Hello, YouTubians. It's Mr. White Gloves here at Splash Page Comics. How's everybody doing tonight? Doing a little live stream and everything, and gonna see what you're gonna see what happens in little Mr. White Gloves corner. I hope everybody's doing all right. I'm still working on this StreamYard, getting it kind of perfected. Most of y'all see my new thumbnails. Made some new thumbnails, and we're going to be talking about Thor and showing some books that I ran across that I'm trying to put in order, and I figured I'd just pull these out and talk about them. Plus, I got an unboxing. Yeah, you haven't seen Mr. White Gloves have an unboxing in forever. Yeah, I got my trusty little knife, and we're going to do some unboxing and see what that I got. This big old box here. It's pretty heavy too. Pretty heavy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that, and first off, I gotta shout out Discovery Bay. Thank you for helping me with my thumbnail, getting it up and getting it on the YouTube, on the thingamajigger, whatever you call it. I appreciate that. He's been a lot of help with me and such, and he's a good guy. Y'all go over and y'all check out Discovery Bay out. Plus, that missed it. You need to go over to Robert Galvin's channel, the Nerdy Collective, and look. There's a first appearance on there. They had a ladies' night Saturday night at midnight. They had a ladies' night, but there's a first appearance. And would people please stop sending me date requests? I know this is just all so handsome and everything, but just kidding. But no, go over there and check it out at the first of the show. That he had six lovely ladies on there that did a wonderful show. They did a great job, and they just took the show and ran with it the whole time, and it was amazing. It was just amazing. But go check out that special guest. She was on there only for a quick second, so I'll leave you with that if you haven't seen it. We got Rob Painless. Hey, Rob, how's it going, bud? I hope you got a lot of rain out there. It was hailing last night? I guess around 1, 2 o'clock, something like that. The hail started coming down. I was sitting there and I was saying, "What is that noise? What is that noise?" Looked out the window and it was just coming down like crazy. He said, "I found a box of old comic books that I had in high school. Can't wait to show them to me." All right. Right after this, I'll be there. I know where you live. No, not really. Yeah. Let me see them. Let me check them out and see what you got and everything. And believe me, if you want them preserved, I can preserve those books like you wouldn't believe. So, well, but yeah, like I said, it hailed last night for a little while, and it was crazy. It was totally crazy. It was cold out there, and boy, it was coming down. I got a metal roof on my house. Boy, boom, 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 boom. It was hitting like crazy out there. So let's start off. I found these Journey into Mystery books that I had. They were kind of mixed in with some other stuff, and I might have showed some of these before. So I just kind of pulled some more out of the box, my doubles box and stuff. So let's start out this first one with Journey in the Mystery number 95. This book right there. This is the villain in this one is Demon Duplicators. That's why you see two Thors on the cover and such, because it's Demon Duplicators. I can't even say it. And we had the art was done by Joe Sennett in this book. This is a 1963 book. It's a nice old Thor book, come out in 1963, 12-cent goodness. And the cover is done by Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers. It's a nice looking book. Nice looking book. Not too often you get to see two Thors, but the demon duplicators were in this book. Then we got Journey into Mystery number 98. This is a nice, it's a nice 1963 book also. And it's the villain in this is Cobra. You see him, well, hanging upside down and stuff. And he's an awesome villain. I wonder if he bites Thor, and if he bites him. But anyway, we got the art inside is done by Don Heck, and the cover is done by Kirby on this one also. It's a nice book. Let me see if I can get it over here to where it shows a lot better right in front of my face. There you go, right in front of my face. That's how it works normally. It's a nice looking cover. Nice looking cover. Then we got Journey into Mystery number 101. This is a February 1964 book. February 64, and the Tomorrow Man is in this one. This is a good reading. It's got the art by Jack Kirby, and we got a couple of guests in this book right here. The Giant Man and Wasp is in this book also. It's a nice little read. Giant Man and Wasp. Oh, Thor's got that hammer all wound up and ready to go, doesn't he? He is fixing to let the Tomorrow Man have it. He's fixing to let him have it. So here's an all-time favorite. Two big superstars battling it out. It's going to be Journey into Mystery 109. This is a rough copy that I got here. Pretty rough. I got another copy. This is 109, I think it's a 1964 book, and it's got Magneto and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. And excuse me, Scarlet Witch is in this book. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, I think, if I remember correctly. And we're going to have a discussion over this right here, here a little bit later when I get to the book that I want to get to about Thor's hammer. There's when we get to the book, it's a Jack Kirby art. There's two stories in this book. The second is the Banished from Asgard. It's about 5 pages long. In these early books, they did 2 stories in the books, and that it's amazing that they could turn around and tell the story in like 12, 16 pages. Then they could take 5 pages out and tell another short story. Today, it takes probably 3 books to tell a short story, or 8 books, but it's all compacted in this book right here. So that's a few books. Then we got the Ultimate Battle here. One of the books I really love. We got Thor 112. Thor 112, battling the Incredible Hulk. It's a January 65 book, and this book is the villain in it is Hulk, I guess you could say. It's Jack Kirby, and there's also a second story in this also. That's the coming of Loki in the back of this. And this story kind of starts out where 2 groups of teenagers are discussing or kind of arguing, I should say, over who could beat Hulk, who's the strongest, Hulk or Thor. When Thor flies by and he hears them talking, so he lands, and he tells them a story about him and Hulk battling, but he never tells who's the strongest. He kind of leaves that out. It's something that Stan Lee has done quite a few times. He'll never tell you who the strongest is. He said they all win in the end. So that's basically, the way Stan Lee kept everyone wondering, and kept everyone, arguing back and forth between each other to see who the strongest superhero or villain was, and it kept the camaraderie going. That way, you was, I guess, hopefully wanting, or you would hopefully read more books. That way, maybe you'd find out it'd slip out sometime or another, and Stan Lee would write a story of who the strongest is and such. But his philosophy, like he would, if you had two heroes battling each other, you would never have one completely defeat another one. So I guess they were all ties, a draw. But we got Hulk. Oh, Hulk. Yeah. Thor, Journey into Mystery, number 114. This right here is a March 65 book. And it's Absorbing Man, Carl Crusher Creel. And he absorbs everything, and he comes back and he fights Thor quite a few times. But this is a nice little book right here. It's art by Jack Kirby, and there's a second story in this one too, the Golden Apple story. And that is a little reference. You read it, it's sort of like Little Red Riding Hood, the second story, about this girl that's taken the golden apples that she picked to take them to Odin to give to him, and magically this wolf appears out of nowhere and tries to take the apples for herself. So they kind of took a Little Red Riding Hood story and flopped it around to make it into a like a hero. We got William Smallwood. Hey, thank you. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it, William. Yes, I appreciate it. But this is a little, like I said, the second story is like a retake on Little Red Riding Hood. Then you got I think it was a Valkyrie that come in and save the day, or something like that. They come in and save the day, and the apples make it to Odin. Yeah, some Thor goodness. I've showed quite a few and everything. So you can go back and you can check out what I've already showed. These are some of the ones that I was moving stuff around and I dug in a box, and these were over here and these were over here. I'm eventually going to separate get all my books in order. I have all my runs. They are in order. These are, a lot of these are my second copies, or I should say reader copies. My other ones are all put up and they're all vacuum sealed down and such. So let's get back to number 117. This is Into the Blaze of Battle. This is a cool 1965, June 1965 Journey into Mystery. And the Enchantress and Loki is in this book. So the Enchantress and Loki together, they're whipping up some bad vibes for Thor, because they're always into mischief. You got the God of Mischief and the Enchantress. She's just in it and everything. We got the Immortal Biggie Shack. Hey, I appreciate it for you coming by. Yep, Journey in the Mystery, some Journey in the Mystery. When I start learning how to work this StreamYard, I'll be able to highlight the comments. But until then, y'all just going to have to bear with me. So I'm just going to shout you out personally and everything. And but like I said, just going over some Journey in the Mystery that I ran across and got. And this one right here, it's Journey in the Mystery number 119. 119. This right here is a 1965 book. It's August 1965. And it's got the Destroyer, which is there in the book. He's the villain. He fights Thor in this book. And it's a Jack Kirby art. What a lot of people don't know about this cover right here, these boxes right here, these panels on the front, they are inside the book. They took these panels and they went ahead and put them on the cover. So it's reproduced from 4 panels inside the book. That's where they got this cover from. So that was kind of cool. I don't know if somebody's work didn't get turned in on time. Hey, there's who that. Where is my link? Well, I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm kind of solo. Now, I got an unboxing coming up though, but I'll learn how to do that. Like I said, when I get all this good and ready to go, I'll be having guests and people on. Until then, I got to figure all this out. But yeah, I guess maybe the cover deadline was not met, or it got lost in the mail, or they lost it there in New York back then, or something. But they had to take 4 panels out of the book to make the cover. So there might be a story in this. I don't know who you'd ask anymore about it, but there might be a story behind this. It may be a funny story too at Marvel. Just a little podcast. Hey, thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up. Where's my link? Well, like I said, I don't know how to do that yet. This StreamYard's all new to me. So you're stuck with this ugly mug. We got Journey in the Mystery 121. 121. This right here is a October 1965 book. Nice book. It's got the Absorbing Man again. He comes back in. The Absorbing Man, it's a Jack Kirby art, interior art, and more than likely the cover also. A lot of these covers I did not sign. He might have signed later on, but I don't see anything on here. So I doubt he signed it. And this right here, this issue right here, the Absorbing Man ends up holding Thor's hammer. Hey, Prime. Thanks for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Long time no see. Yeah, 121, Biggie. It's a nice book. He ends up holding Thor's hammer, which I have a beef about that. I mean, the Absorbing Man, we got the Hulk, we got Captain America. There's a whole slew of people that are starting now to the Vision hold Thor's hammer. You know, I liked it pretty unique when he was the only one that could pick it up. And used to, back in the olden days, if you picked up Thor's hammer, you turned Thor back into Dr. Donald Blake. Yeah, he reverted right back into his earthly form. And, you know, that's why no one could pick it up, because if they picked it up and he reverted back into the Dr. Blake, well, somebody could take the hammer, or it reverts back into like a cane. They could take him and beat him with it, and there wouldn't be no more Thor. You know, that's the whole reason they made the hammer where you couldn't pick it up. Nowadays, you know, they took his Dr. Donald Blake away from him, and people, when they hold the hammer, he don't turn back into it. So, you know, I just don't. I don't know. Rob says, when I was a kid, would go to the barber shop for my comic books fix. Then were still called funny books. You know, Rob, me and you went to the same barbershop, Babe's Barbershop. And remember, right next door to Babe's Barbershop was Robin's newsstand. Yeah, Miss Robbins. She owned that newsstand, and old Babe would have a little magazine shelf, and he'd have comic books in there, and we'd sit there and would read the comic books, or he had toys and tractors. Would, you know, go around, we'd play with those. But I know that Rob remembers Miss Robbins' newsstand back in the day, because I used to buy a bunch of my books and stuff there. And I'm sure you've been in that newsstand. I know you walked by it if you went to Babe's. But yeah, and you want to know something, Rob? You probably don't know this. I got the 2 spinner racks out of that newsstand that I used to buy my comic books off of. They're sitting one of them sitting in the other room, the other one's sitting in the living room. But I actually found her son that was still alive, and he had them in storage, and I ended up getting them off of him. So that was pretty cool. I'd forgotten that. I used to get my hair cut by Homer then in town too. Oh, you're talking about yeah. This this is a little joke. You get haircut cut by Homer, you come out rubbing your ear. I mean, Harper, Homer Harper. I can't remember when I was little, but I remember going in there and he would cut your ear every time. Every time he cut my hair, he would cut my ear. And I don't know if I had big ears and a small head when I was little or what, but he'd always sit there and nip my ear. I'd come out, boy, there'd be blood, and I'd be going, he cut me. And I hated going there when I was little. Then I started going to Babe, which, Babe Banner. And I think he worked all the way up until he was 90. He's still alive, 90 something years old, wasn't he, Rob? He was pretty old. He was, he was old by the time we got to Homer's. Yeah, it was something else. Well, these are some of the books. I got a couple more books. Let's just pull out and see what I got here. Let me see. Oh, I got a Marvel Special Edition #2. It's a double-size issue of Thor. It's a reprints from Journey in the Mystery 120 through 122. It's a Jack Kirby book also. It's a nice little book. It's a 1971. It's a lot later book, but it's a real super good grade. Super good grade. Let me see. I'm just pulling these out randomly now. Thor 127. We got The Hammer and the Holocaust. This is a pretty good looking book right here. We got Odin holding his son Thor, and it's a nice little cover. I'm sure this cover was done by Jack Kirby and such also. Nice little 12-cent book. This is the Mighty Thor. It got out of Journey in the Mystery. This is when it turned over to the Mighty Thor. Let's see what the next is. Okay, 128. God of Thunder and the Son of Zeus face the power of Pluto. Oh, we got Hercules in this one. Hey, Flicks and Comics, I appreciate you. Thank you, girl, for showing up. I appreciate it. We're just showing off some Thor books and such. But that right there is a nice little book. It's got Hercules in it, and they're just got a whole horde of people attacking them and such. Crazy stuff. Let's just skip around and let's see what that one brings up. Oh, okay. We got Thor 130. It's also got Hercules in it. And it says Thunder in the Netherworld. Thunder in the Netherworld. They got that big old beam of light going across there. That's pretty awesome. Or is that where the old printer skipped and they had an ink run and they decided to go with it? You never know. Nah, it's drawn on there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking book. Let's just skip through here. Let's go back a few more. Oh wow. This is Thor 142, the Scourge of the Super Skrull. Yeah, if you know these people right there, they were in the Fantastic Four quite a bit. And Captain Marvel and some of the stuff that went on in the Miss Marvel movie. They made the heroes the villains or the peaceful people the villains and the villains the peaceful people. Did I say that right? Anyway, they flopped them on that, and I didn't very much like the Miss Marvel movie for them doing that, but they did, and it's kind of crazy that they did that. But we'll have to see where all this leads and everything. So, but yeah, that's a nice looking book. So let's just scan through here. Well, don't scan. Let's just pick one up. 130. That was 142. Oh, we're going backwards a little. 132. Where God May Fear to Tread. That's an awesome looking 12-cent book right there. First cameo appearance of Ego. We all know who Ego is. Those that aren't into the comics, the Guardians of the Galaxy ended up meeting Ego and going to his planet, and the big battle ensued to end Ego. But it happened a little different in the books and stuff. But the Ego is a living planet, and he's as big as his entity was in the center of the planet. He was just alive and such. But yeah, this is the appearance of Ego, the living planet. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see. Let's just pull another one out. See what we get to look at the draw. Oh, here's a good one. Thor number 158. That's a nice looking cover right there. It's got all the Thors in it. He posing like crazy, man. That is pretty slick right there. Pretty slick. You got Thor in 4 different poses. So, like I said, I don't know what's in this box. Well, here's another one. This is my doubles box. I'll be darned. Yeah, I guess I got 2 of them. Like I said, you never know with me. I end up buying these Silver Age books. I ended up picking up 2 of them, 3 of them. You never know. When you start forgetting what you bought and everything, you just pick them up again. So, oh well. Then we got Thor 144. This is the Battleground Earth. That's a nice book with that scepter in there. Nice book. So, well, all right. I tell you what. I was going to do a unboxing. I got a box to unbox. I could end up going for another hours on hours and hours with this stuff. But we got an unboxing right here. We got some people in the chat and such. So let's see what I got. I remember ordering something, but I don't remember what I ordered. I haven't been ordering much stuff. I've been trying to save some money and everything. Been kind of hard times and such, and I've been holding back on some stuff. And what the devil? Wow. Check out this daggum. Man, look at this mailer. That sucker's huge. Huge. I mean, if you want to see I didn't even know they made mailers this thick. That is crazy. Doubles are happy accidents most of the time. Yeah, well, my life is full of doubles. I think the older that you get, the more I forget. I'll forget to take my book. Oh, I remember what this was now. I bought this quite a while back. Yeah, I got a good deal on this. That is a huge comic mailer. I've never seen one that thick. You could put a huge amount of books and ship out. This right here I got, and it was like, I think it cost me $60 shipped, and it's regular $125. This is an omnibus. This is number 3. It's a big, thick omnibus. It's got all these books right here in there. That is just cool. That is cool right there. But I thought I bought number 1. I don't remember. It's volume 1. Oh, maybe that's Captain America. Oh, it is. All right, that's right. Yeah. It's the cover is issue number 3 because it's got the lady in the tube. So they redrew that. I wish I knew who redrew that. I'd have to open it up to see what it is. But that is a pretty thick omnibus. Some of my Golden Age, the stuff, I don't want to get out and read because they're so old. and you can have an accident with one of the Golden Age books, and oops, that's a piece of history gone, and it's a very expensive piece of history to get back, because those 40s books are getting rarer and rarer out there. But yeah, that was my unboxing. I tell you what I got coming up though. I'm looking for a time slot, and I'm busy working, laying out the script and stuff like that for what we're going to be doing. If you haven't seen, go over to my channel and click on the trailer, and it'll explain a lot of what we're doing. And like I said, I'm working on a script, and we got a special guest and such that's going to be on there helping me. You got to go watch the trailer. You'll see him appear right up there. His name will appear right up there. He's going to be on there with me. And as soon as we get a time slot, I'm kind of, watching, see how things fall in the community on the time slot to see when I can start premiering this live show. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be something that everybody likes to talk about, whether you believe it or not, believe in it or not. Everybody likes to talk about it. So that's going to be one of the things that happen, here in the next week. I'm hoping Friday or Saturday. I'm leaning towards Saturday, but I just don't know exactly what time Saturday. Should I do in the afternoon? Don't want to do in the morning. Afternoon, late afternoon, evening, late at night, because I'm going to be on Robert Galvin's show at midnight. So I was thinking going before his show, then leading into his show. So there's just so many questions that I haven't got to answer up here in the old noggin and stuff yet, but I'll be thinking about. But there'll be a lot of people that'll like that. You go watch that trailer. It'll explain everything. It's pretty cool. I spent a lot of time on that trailer. A lot of time. So, but let's pick a couple more books out of here, and then I'll probably end it. Let's try to end it with a bang. Oh, well, there you go. That's the way to end, start to the ending. This is a super high grade. Wow. This is Thor 165. Him. A very key book. Okay, Rob. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Hey, dig those books out and give me a holler next time, and I'll come look at those comic books you got. So we'll see what it'll be real interesting for me to see what you read way back then. Yeah, him. This is everybody knows this is Warlock. And plus, y'all need to go out. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't mention this. Rob Painless has got a channel, and he does prepper. He's a prepper. So you need to go over there to his channel, and it's Rob Painless, and check him out. He's a local boy that's known me all my life. And I think it was about a year. I didn't have no idea he had a YouTube channel until about a year ago. And we met at a convenience store or something and started talking. And he says, yeah, I got a YouTube channel. And I was like, what? Okay. So, but yeah, he does prepping, and he goes on trips and outdoor shots and camping and a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, he's a real good guy. He's a real survivalist. I mean, he takes it. I was in the service and did survival stuff, but I just got too old to do that stuff again. But he still practices a lot of that stuff. So go check out Rob Painless on his channel, and you'll be enthused and kind of. I think one of them, he ate a hamburger that was like a week old. I can't remember. It was pretty old, but yeah, he's got a stomach like a billy goat. Number, what was that? 130, 165. We got a 136, To Become an Immortal. That's a nice looking cover right there. So, well, I tell you what, I'm going to call it quits right there, because everybody's probably, it's 7 o'clock and everybody's going over to watch the auctions and such. And, it's hard to compete with those auctions. You got so many people coming on. So if you haven't watched this, check it out on Rewind. Tell all your friends and spread the word. Mr. White Gloves is having a live show. And I want to thank everyone that come out to watch the live show. I sure appreciate it. And I appreciate the comments. And when the show uploads and stuff, comment down at the bottom. And we're going to be doing some stuff with the live show that no one here on YouTube is doing. And hopefully I'll be the exclusively, well, not no one here in YouTube. No one in the YouTube comic book community is doing. Hopefully I'll be the exclusive that's doing it and do a good job for everyone. And everybody kind of floods over to my channel. Like and subscribe, which I don't care if you like or dislike. It doesn't matter to me. But give me a sub if you hadn't subbed to me. Spread the word. Say, come over here and sub to Mr. White Gloves. And check out Robert Galvin. Check out the Cantonese Comic Kid. And go hit Rob Painless up, his channel. And also, I'm forgetting one, Discovery Bay. Hit old Discovery Bay up, because all those people are good people and such. There's a lot of good people out there, but it takes too long to go through them. And I'll be doing shout outs through all the videos and such from time to time. So I tell you what, with that, Mr. White Gloves, I am out of here.